Alright guys, welcome back to another episode on the channel, and today we're going to talk about Niantic's response to the weekend elite raids and the issues that happened with it, and also go over something that happened today which I'm not a big fan of from Niantic's point of view, but we'll go over that in a second. So, let's go over the recent tweet from Niantic. So, as we all know, regidrago did come out on elite raids, and now the Pokemon isn't the greatest, and we all know that. However, the raids were plagued with issues, crashes, the game wouldn't load, you couldn't even get into a gym. Or whenever you got close to going into a raid, it would go to 3 seconds and then crash, and then you'd reload and the raid gone. There was loads of things that were happening with regidrago that's caused an issue, and Niantic have put out a tweet saying, "We apologise for the weekend's elite raid issues and the impact they had on experience. We plan to make this up to all trainers around the world, especially those in GMT plus 13 time zone." Now, this was a few days ago, and I didn't really know what to think of it. However, I don't actually think this is good enough from Niantic's point of view, because if you look at what the Pokeminers came out with, which is looking at was the raid properly coded and other things around that, like the Hoenn Tour, Jirachi research that wasn't fully coded as well. They seem to be rushing out events which don't need to be rushed. So basically, regidrago event was not fully ready, but they put it out anyway. Now, I would rather Niantic pull an event and say we're gonna finish polishing this off and bring it out next week instead, and then just put like a free raid pass in the shop, like just one free raid pass. Sorry for the inconvenience. That way they're not causing multiple and like thousands of people to be out during raids and not being able to do it. It's not the best. But I do think the way forward would be to do that and just push the event back a little bit, give something free in the shop, one free raid pass per person. Yes, that could be, $1 per raid pass. You're looking at a good £1 million. It doesn't sound like $1 is like a lot, but when there's that many players playing the game, you are looking at about £1 million loss. So it is a huge loss to the company. But then they would make up for it next week when that pass is used, and then someone uses another because they've had one already for free. So I do think that's a better way of doing it. Can't see them changing the way they've done it. I think they've always rushed out events and never got to finishing it off. Same thing happened with the Jirachi research. The Jirachi research had 6 parts according to the special research panel on the game. But then when the Pokeminers looked into the event, it only had up to the second one coded. So it was like, well, why hasn't this been done fully? So they are doing things weirdly, and it kind of doesn't put into the best light the company, because it does look like they're just trying to get money from people when they do stuff like this. However, I'm sure they will try and resolve it in the future and not have this happen again. However, let's get into the next one. Now, as you can see on screen, this was a box that came out today. The boost box, which was actually a really good deal. 5 raid passes, 5 super incubators, 1 Pokemon storage and 1 item bag for 399 coins. That is a bargain. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to get it myself. This was actually taken off Twitter. But they put this up and immediately took it down because of a pricing error on their part. Now, a couple of things that I really hate when companies do this is there are some people that have been able to get this offer, and then the people that get to it late don't get this offer. Now, I think if a company, especially if it's a one-time only thing, If a company has made a mistake, they should just own that mistake and take the consequences from it. Another company that don't do this very well is actually EA Sports. If you do play FIFA 23, if they make sure that like a pack in the shop is tradable rather than untradeable, and it's a guaranteed icon or something like that, you'll notice that they will take that pack down, even though some people have had it, but then they will reward the people that bought it with an untradeable pack because it was wrong. Whereas all the people that haven't had that pack don't get anything. So, same thing here. A few people got this box before it was taken down, that have got now 5 free raid passes, 5 free incubators for the price of an item bag and a storage. Whereas not a lot of people did get this because they took it down quite fast. And loads of people are now out, which is, they should just own this issue. Because it's not that big of a price issue. It's not 3,990 coins for this stuff. You're looking at about a 200, 300 coin difference, I reckon. But still, they should just own that and go, well, unfortunately, we made the mistake, so let's just keep it in the shop. Because if they do things like that, players would be feel rewarded and feel like, well, the company does care because they're not going into too much money grabbing, in a way. So I do think moving forward, they should just keep mistakes like in the shop, like this boost box, available to all players. It's a one-time only box. Put a time limit on it, like you'd like to do normally. And if the people don't buy it in time, then they don't buy it in time. But at least you've given every person the opportunity to get this, as it was a mistake on your part. Alright guys, and the last part of this video, we have had an announcement today, which is Saturday, April 15th, from 2 till 5, we do have the next com day, which is Togetic. Now, this com day is very interesting, and I will go over this in my next video, which will be going over the Togetic Community Day. But bringing a Pokemon like this to a com day does bring a few things into light, which I was mentioning in a past video when we were talking about future com days and how they're going to deal with things. So I will do a full video on why I think this is actually really good for the game, and why I'm actually quite excited for the com days to come, like in the future. But yeah, we are back. Alright guys, and that is the end of this video. I'm sorry that it's been kind of a rant on Niantic, but they've made a few issues recently and they haven't come out of this looking the best. So I just wanted to go over them. I do have a very interesting video coming out soon about if you do play on an iPhone. There's one iPhone which has a huge issue with this game, and it's with native refresh rate. But I'll go over the video on that anyway, because I have got one myself, and it's very weird. But like I said, that'll be in a future video, and I will put it up soon. But thank you all for watching. This has been a bit of a rant video. However, I do think Niantic will sort these out for everyone, and regidrago will appear back in Elite Raids and coded correctly, hopefully with a free pass. So Niantic, if you're watching, give everyone a free pass. But yeah, like I said, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you all in the next one.